How Do You Get Belly Fat by Chris Arnett from AtHomeAbWorkoutsForWomen.com. And my name is Chris Arnett. Let me give you a little bit of my background. I've been in the fitness industry for over 25 years as a master's class aerobic instructor. I'm an author, lecturer. I own a personal training studio. As you can see up to the left, there's a photo of my studio. I've been a bodybuilder. You see to the right, there's my natural bodybuilding photo from San Diego. I went down to the natural competitions in San Diego and competed. And I'm also a lecturer. As you can see here in the picture below, I'm lecturing at Borders bookstores. Okay? So I get asked all the time, how do you get belly fat? Well, the process of becoming fat happens through a lot of different behaviors, and I've learned that myself. There are some main factors that go into our getting fat or accumulating fat around our stomachs, and I'm going to go over some of them. The main reasons include, first of all, overeating, secondly, a lack of exercise, and finally, not eating a balanced diet. So let's start with the first one. If you're like me, then I'll bet that you also hate it when you temporarily lose all control or when you don't notice that you're already losing track when you're on a good diet, right? You hate that. Eating too much is the main reason why we become fat. Calories in versus calories out. You're taking in too many calories. Eating larger than the usual meals is another reason, especially if you like eating at restaurants like I do or did at one time in my life. It's also very common for us to eat even if we're not hungry. You guys remember that 3 meals a day thing that we grew up on? Yeah. When we overdo this, all the food, especially junk food, just adds more ugly fat in our bodies. So basically when you overeat, you're adding more fat to your bodies. Have you ever noticed that during the holidays, you tend to eat more of those delicious foods that are around you? This is also the case during other special events such as weddings, anniversaries, graduations, etc., etc. I will grab snacks whenever I go to the movies or when I was watching television, like one of the television shows I like, such as True Blood. I always have to have something to eat. Or if I went to parties. Does that sound familiar? Well, my girlfriend is from Portugal. She's Portuguese. And I've noticed they seem to surround everything with food. I swear to you, I put on 100 pounds, 100 pounds since we've been dating. Now, there are other reasons that went into it, such as my little brother passed away from cancer and I started eating for comfort. But now I'm in the process of taking this off and I'm looking into, what caused this? And I know what caused it. I overate and I didn't do enough exercise. I stopped dancing. I stopped teaching aerobics. I stopped doing stuff that kept me lean and healthy. All the excess foods that we eat does put fat on our belly and all over our bodies. So don't get it twisted, okay? That's what really happens. If you're like most of us, then it has become a routine to eat more than you require. That's what we end up doing. We eat more than we actually require, especially when it tastes and feels so good that we fail to notice our bodies are becoming prone to health problems. And that means getting sick. And I had a very, very debilitating illness strike me about a year ago. And I was not able to even work out for an entire year. I couldn't get out of my truck and walk 100 yards or 50 yards to the store without getting pain in my chest. All from gaining too much weight. Lack of exercise or physical activity is also another common reason why we get belly fat. These days, with people's lifestyles, we don't even think about exercise. Want to go to the store? How many times have you jumped in your car instead of walking? With the internet being so easy to get to, when was the last time you went or walked to the library? You see, we don't have time to do even simple exercises that can help our bodies burn fat. We're too busy. When you really think about it, there is very little physically challenging activity in our daily lives that can make us healthy And as a result, we start getting fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter, and we become prone to excess belly fat. I know that one. Trust me. The last reason that I want to mention as to why we get belly fat is also the food that we consume. Look, if you don't make eating nutritious foods in your daily habits, then you're going to get fat, okay? I'm going to say that again. If you don't make eating nutritious foods a part of your daily habit, you're going to get fat. Do I need to say that again? If you don't make eating nutritious foods, that's good foods, healthy foods, a part of your daily habit, the end result is you will get fat. Fast food and restaurant meals are not necessarily good sources of food. I'm sorry. Now, here's some truth for you. Most of us can not get the proper balance of fruits and vegetables in our diets. Yeah. What happens then is that our bodies enter a state where it's lacking in additional nutrients, thereby causing our bodies to store up excess sugar and fat. Can you say diabetes, anybody? So in closing, let me state that if we focus on eating a balanced diet and get away from junk foods, there is a better chance that our bodies will our diets will consist of the right servings and nutrients, allowing us to develop a stronger and sexier body. If we couple that with a good exercise program, like what I'm teaching at my website at home abs workouts for women.com.